Good evening, everybody. Welcome to News Wrap Up on Aspect TV. I am Dayo Olujo Ekuni. Good evening, Uncle Mustilala.
Good evening, Dayo.
How's been your day?
Wonderful.
Well, let's go straight to what we have today. The federal government has directed Nigerians in Ukraine to remain calm but very vigilant and be responsible for their own security and safety as the country is being attacked by Russia. Well, the federal government, in a statement released by Nigerian embassy in Kiev, charged Nigerians who don't feel safe in the country to temporarily relocate to anywhere considered safe by private arrangement. This is coming at a time Russian troops launch attacks on its neighbor Ukraine despite sanctions from world leaders. Well, the embassy advised Nigerians residents in Ukraine to ensure that they validate all their residence documents for ease of return to the country when desired. Well, after some time, the federal government then announced plans to evacuate immediately its citizens from Ukraine. In an interview with NTA, Minister of Foreign Affairs Godfrey Oyama said the Nigerian embassy in Kiev has been contacted, and he stated that the embassy will arrange those wishing to return home from other areas, including Donetsk and Luhansk. So that's what we have on that.
Well, is this directive good enough? If you ask me, because since 3 weeks ago, some countries have evacuated their citizens out of Ukraine. But till now, our own citizens, they are still there. You understand? This crisis, not that it just began today. It has been brewing. There was a signal that Russia is going to invade Ukraine. All the major powers, even the smaller countries, they have withdrawn, they evacuate their citizens. But ours, Nigerians are still there. And all Nigerian government could do is to say, arrange a private.
You're responsible for your safety.
You are
that's the most pathetic
safety
thing about the news.
Dayo, these are Nigerians carrying green passports. And its government is telling them that, look, you are responsible for your safety. I mean, who does that? You understand? So, it's like being in Nigeria is like the government is not happy that we Nigerians. That, to me, if you ask me, that is what it means. You understand? At a time that we in Nigeria back home, we don't feel we belong. And those in the diaspora, in a war-torn country, you are telling them that, look, they are responsible for their own safety. Please translate it to a simple language that somebody like me will understand. You understand? So it means that is why you see Nigerians in overseas are easily targeted and killed. Take the case of a xenophobia attack in South Africa, whereby Nigerians have been. Even last week, a Nigerian was hacked in his shop. You understand? So the government is not fast enough. Let's be sincere to ourselves. Government is not fast enough. This war just began. We don't know how it will end. We don't know the direction that it will take. Remember that from January till now, till some hours ago, all the diplomatic effort to bring to ensure that there is no physical military attack was done, but it didn't stop or avert the doomsday from happening, and it happened. By now, government should put up a contingency plan to evacuate Nigerians from Ukraine, not to be telling them that, look, you are responsible for your safety.
Yeah, another press release came out shortly after
The
yes, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs
yes,
that they're making plans to evacuate immediately some Nigerians that want to live there.
Dayo, I don't know whether you know the processes involved in public administration. Once this commitment, this press statement that is being made, it will require budgetary allocation, budgetary process whereby a money fund will be released. You understand?
Yes.
So, and when they said they are making plan, that plan could be eternity. You understand?
Yes.
And again, I don't know whether Nigerians in Ukraine are willing to come back. Because if you ask me, Nigerians were desperados, were desperate. Probably some of them will say, that, okay, it's better for us to remain in Ukraine than to come back to Nigeria. You understand? So, but I know a lot of our younger ones, a lot of Nigerians are students in Ukraine. If the schools in Ukraine are not operational, what is the need of remaining in Ukraine? They should come back. This war has just started. Nobody knows how it will end.
That's the thing.
What situation could drag for long? The crisis in Libya has just clocked 11th year. Even our own Boko Haram here, more than 11 years now. So it's risky for any Nigerian to insist that he or she will stay back in Ukraine. Government should expedite action and bring them back.
Oh, thank you. The governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, has said his administration will sack more underqualified secondary school teachers across the state this year. Well, this is as he lamented that some secondary school teachers only have primary school certificates but are teaching in public secondary schools. Well, El-Rufai said this today during the weekly ministerial briefing organized by the presidential media team. He revealed that his government has hired more people than it has sacked in the last 5 years. He said that at the time of the briefing, 7,700 qualified secondary school teachers have been employed and will be deployed once is done purging secondary schools of underqualified teachers. I mean, the part that made me choked was when he said primary school certificate that teachers are in secondary school.
I don't think he's playing politics with that statement, because if you know El-Rufai very well regarding education in Kaduna State, if he tell you that A is A, A is A, it's not like being political about it. You understand? You understand that the process to recruiting teachers, he first of all started with a test. He conducted tests for primary school teachers, which was publicly done, and the media covered it. Some primary school teachers, they could not construct a sentence. Even little arithmetic, they could not answer it. So the process was done. You remember the first phase, which was conducted by the Teaching Service Board in the state. Because of the outcry here and there due to the mass failure of the teachers, he now leased it out to a consulting firm. The consulting firm was responsible for the conduct of the exam for the teachers. Still mass failure. See, there's no two ways about this thing. Let's be sincere to ourselves. We are talking about teachers, people that are expected to inculcate knowledge into others, could not meet up with the basic qualification. Even those that are qualified, that has that requisite qualification, academically they could not measure up. So El-Rufai now decided to ease them out. It's not like, look, compile names of people and just like that. He puts a requisite. The requisite is for you pass this exam, simple exams, and a lot of them failed. And he eased them out. There's no two ways about it. You cannot have a teacher. If somebody is not knowledgeable enough, you shouldn't expect him to impact meaningful knowledge on the pupils. It's like they are draining revenue from the government, and they are not doing exactly what they are expected to do. So it phased them out. According to him, he said they employed over 7,000 teachers. Apart from in Rivers, under Rotimi Amechi, when he was governor of Rivers State, he employed 13,000 teachers. In his own case, he did not sack. He employed to add to the existing teachers. And the process was done transparently. The exams or whatever thing was conducted, it was transparent, and those teachers were employed. Understand? So El-Rufai should be given some commendation for what he's doing in Kaduna in terms of revolution in education. And just like you and I know, the foundation of every education starts from primary school to secondary school. These two phases matters. These two phases matters in the education, sound education of everybody. Once you have a sound primary education to secondary school, at least the other tertiary education will be much more easier.
Yeah.
Understand? I think he still explained, because I know there is one aspect that people used to wag tongues and be saying that, look, he did media ops where he enrolled his son in a public school. He said he withdrew his son from public school due to threat of kidnapping, which that one has clarified why he withdrew his son from the school. And it's right. You understand? He's a public figure. Apart from being a governor, he's a public figure. If you're allowed, for crying out loud, everybody know what the situation of things in Kaduna. Last 2 weeks ago, I think Daily Trust reported that bandits are closing in on Kaduna. So if instead of allowing his son to be in a public school whereby he will be kidnapped and will become a national embarrassment, it's better he withdraw him. At least we know quite okay that a lot of them, their children are in overseas schools. So why insisting of his son being in public school? Just for what? For publicity? No, he can afford education at whatever level. So he should just do his best for the state.
Yes, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has confirmed the arrest of Malian music singer Oniyide Aziz, popularly known as Zaino Leski, and Ilerioluwa Oladimeji, also known as Mobad. Well, operatives of the NDLEA on this morning stormed the residence of the musicians in the Lekki area of Lagos State in the early hours of today. Well, an eyewitness claimed that the officials carried out the arrest without having any search warrant. Well, in the now viral video, of course, we do not have it here, but operatives of the NDLEA were seen mishandling the musician while shooting into the air to force them into waiting vans. Speaking to Daily Trust, the Director of Media and Advocacy, Femi Babafemi, stated that personnel of the agency found illicit drugs in the house of the artist, and this led to their arrest. Of course, we have so many issues of artists getting engaged with drugs, misappropriation of drugs, and it's really getting, so viral. Yeah. Yes, of course. There's so many of them that have not been caught, but sources have said that, they're engaged in illicit drugs.
There is this misconception. Can I say misconception?
Sure.
Or the manner the celebrities live their life. You understand? People make it a kind of a synonymous, drugs and being a celebrity or artist synonymous. They believe that the two goes together. You cannot be a celebrity or artist without abusing drugs. That is the misconception that people have, and it's because of the way some of these artists present themselves. You understand? As far as drug is concerned, not just drug, anything relating to law and order, nobody is above the law. Nobody is above the law. We are still talking about somebody like Abakari still in the NDLA detention. And then we're having these young men. These are young men. The only aspect that disturbed me is the two guys, Zinoleski and Mobad. Both of them are on the record level of Malian music.
Yes.
So, and you have them.
And
Malian music,
yes.
the Naira Marley himself
EFCC.
is having a running battle with EFCC since 2019. Apart from that, there is this movement around Nigeria that they believe that they are outlaw. this, we are Malians. You understand? We are
You
Malians.
can do anything.
Do anything. So the controversies trailing Naira Marley himself is now like coming down to other artists within his record label, which is not good for a young man of that class. Is artist too now caught with weed and some other drugs. You know, they should borrow a cue from a legend like what is the name? Tubaba. We have the other guys, these two brothers, P Square.
P Square.
Aside having a little misunderstanding, which we understand that it's normal.
Oh, are you trying to say that just because they've not been caught. Engaging in drugs, so they are clean? That doesn't mean they are clean. I mean,
let's
we can't judge. We can't judge from that.
Let's work with the official facts. You understand? They have not been caught. Probably they use and abuse drugs.
We can't tell until it's been exposed.
So, but we are working with
what you can
evidence
see
before us now. Even these guys, they are alleged. You understand? NDLA can present what they recovered from their house, and they will still go to court and prove it doesn't belong to them. You understand?
That
so
some of their friends
we
came
here were working with alleged.
Yes.
So you understand? So it's too early. None of them is up to 5 years in music business. So such controversies trailing around them is not good. And
do you know that some of the latest music that we have in Nigeria that many people dance to, elderly ones and the younger ones dance to, they are from the influence of drugs? Are you aware of that? Some of them that we dance to.
That is why I told you.
So many of them feel that if I do not take this, I mean, I will not have the inspiration to have the music that, you know, the world will dance to. So that orientation,
it means that creative,
that orientation is just so.
It means that creativity in you that you are dishing out to the public is under the influence of something. It means by the time you are not under the influence of something, your performance will be below expectation. So they should learn to do away with this and showcase their innate talent to the.
That's why we need to have more. We need to have more record labels that give a new orientation and accept young artists and give them a better orientation.
But there are artists that don't have they don't belong to any record label, but they're on their own. Some I don't believe that 100% as an artist you must take something. Some they don't abuse drugs, they don't take alcohol, they don't take anything, man. They are performing, they are doing well.
I think some top artists, stars that are up there should probably have a group whereby they sensitize younger artists about except they are also engaging in this.
And again, the producers too should make it like, if you have anything to do with drug,
I can't produce for you.
I can't manage you. I can't produce you. You understand? When they do it that way, you discover that a lot of those that are abusing drugs will have a rethink. But not that someone is abusing drug, you are seeing him publicly is abusing drug, and they are still. And
you begin to say, well, that's where he gets his inspiration.
So it means that those producers are much more concerned about the pecuniary benefit that comes from them from their performance. It should go beyond that. That is why you see in some countries, like in US now, you discover that some artists, some celebrities, due to drug, their career were cut short. This is not the kind of a situation that we wished our own artists here. These young men, Zenoleski and Moba, they are still young, uprising singers. They shouldn't attribute that drug to their profile.
Well, if it's true that they are into drugs, that's too bad.
It's too bad.
I'm still nailing on this, that sensitization should be done when it comes to artists and creativity.
And again, another thing
drug
again,
usage.
We should note the classification of drugs. You understand? Some of the artists, or even in Nigeria here, we believe, not only in Nigeria, you now discover that around the world there are some legalization of a drug such as marijuana. It's been legalized for medical purpose in some countries. You understand? So, but in Nigeria here, some people still argue that, look, weed is not a hard drug. They just believe that is another part of life.
No,
But
we're actually not saying that they don't have health benefit. They all have
the health benefit, but
God
excess
created
of
them.
it
But excess of it is
is
just
the abuse of it is the problem. So
I think one of these days we should have someone that comes to that will come to talk about drugs
and mental health.
Yes, and mental health,
Yes,
because
yes.
there are some of these things that are really, really useful
Yes.
to the health, really, really good to the health, but usage and all. Thank you everyone for staying with us on News App Up today. I am Dayo Olujumo Ekuni. Thank you so much, Uncle Musti Lala, for
Thank you.
always being here with me to do this together. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media handles. Facebook at Aspheric News, Instagram at aspheric.news, and Twitter at Aspheric News. Do have a wonderful night. Bye. See you tomorrow.